And back to our conquest. This is quite lovely, isn't it? Extremely lovely. Now, we have gained quite a lot. Although we may want to continue our journey here. We are starting to run a bit out of food. We may want to take a slight break back home soon. However, the temptation to continue looking around this quite ore-rich area is quite intoxicating, to say the least. This is coal. It really does not look like coal. Odd. Now. I probably spelled quarry wrong, but it does not matter in this moment of time. I knew that coming in this direction was going to be useful. I see some form of crop. Well, let's see what we found. Beetroot. That's another thing we can add to our large amount of seeds collected. Do I have any raw iron in here? Yes, I do. Add it to the collection. Now, to continue. Okay, we may want to settle down for the night. So far, this is going quite swimmingly. Believe. We may have to end our conquest soon. However, this area is quite... I forgot I had a shield. That is quite unfortunate. Now, this is simple, just... Lovely. Now the thing is... Interesting. Now what is this mineral? Raw zinc. Interesting. We have found a new mineral for our conquest. our technological empire. I believe this is commonly used in the making of andesite alloy, which sadly we have already begun manufacture of with other resources. No point going down that way. Doesn't seem valuable at all. Ooh, even more fancy resources. Very, very nice. A sunstone. Lovely, lovely indeed. Now, this conquest has done us good, but I believe it is about time we return home for a quick... I believe the best word would be is storage management. Just a quick dropping of all our resources. That would be absolutely wonderful. But another question is... Ooh, should we risk it for more minerals? I could have sworn I just saw some zinc here. Nope, silver. Ooh, now. No, not worth the effort. Okay. Our conquest should continue from the quarry onward. Ooh, what kind of food is this? Tomatoed. Have I already found tomatoes on my journey? Yes, I have. So I should only grab the fruit and none of the seeds. Interesting crop. I may find a use for it eventually. An abundance of lead. This quarry will seem to be our mine for the prolonged future, due to the mass amount of resources available. I should also quickly spend a moment of my time inquiring on something. How may I make HS2 iron? No, sorry. A chest and that would take, so 6 iron. Now, what else was I going to inquire about? Curious. Where are my sticks? 2 sticks. Another pickaxe has been obtained. I may also have to get my spare. Yes, it is indeed time for us to go home. Although the temptation to just... Okay, one small search. Just one slight look around the quarry for any last moment resources to gather would not cause any harm and may cause a lot of benefit. Never mind. That's a resource of value. I have already found them. Pineapple. Ah, intriguing. We have found a snow-based area nearby. Now, I should quickly set down for the night. Although, it is an interesting prospect, I will say. Now, this iron will also be useful. The snow biome can hold much joys for us if we know how to traverse it correctly. Another thunderstone. We may add that to our collection of elemental stones. Uranium. We may quickly grab that. Where was that spot? There it is. A small spot of iron to collect. This is improvement. We went from being starved of resources to having an abundance. This is progress at its finest. Not to mention the Zen music making me feel good about my accomplishments. Now, there were more resources that I saw, especially something blue shiny. Could possibly be a diamond, although I doubt that we will find a diamond this close to the surface. A dawn stone. Okay, now that's pretty. I really like the color of that. A small piece of lead. There was uranium in the ice caverns back there. I should go back and take that quickly. Although the resources out here are surprisingly vast for us to ignore. More silver. And more iron. We may have to... Did we bring a bucket? Never mind, we already claimed some lava. I was thinking of returning home with a blast furnace. More raw zinc. This quarry area expands for quite a long area. This could be very valuable to our empire. Ah yes, uranium. I'll spot more zinc. You never know when it might come in handy for our production. Now, another spot of zinc. We may have to create a bit of a quite a large vein of resources now. The plutonium. Sorry, uranium. I stand corrected. This expands quite an area. Viridium. The question is viridium of any use to us? For we do not need unneeded clutter, we need progress and progress alone. We may focus on decor once our situation has become better. A small spike of iron. And the quarry has ended. Although the sight of another emerald is quite... Hopefully the emerald doesn't fall. I am annoyed. I wish for my emerald. Now, more resources of value. That's more lead for us. That goes a bit too far down for me to consider at the moment. Now, that appears to be an elemental stone. Another sunstone. I was going to make a joke, but then I realized that I am not funny. I appear to have created a small vacuum there, which is quite unfortunate. Medicinal leeks, we already have some. The question is, can we produce... Actually, yes, we can produce more. What am I speaking about? Now, what about this small enclosed before we continue on this side journey? Crimsite. A quite nice looking resource, if I do say. Limestone. Also another quite nice looking block, if I do say. The terrain in this world is quite peculiar, to say the least. Although I shan't complain. It makes for quite a dramatic feeling, which is quite nice, saying the least. The nice kind of dramatic. More lead. Now, what resource did I see up here moments ago? More lead. This seems like a good spot to end our crusade for today. Now. Okay, that's as much inventory management as we can manage. Now, after finishing this small area, we may have to go home for a slight dropping off. Nope, that is uranium. We need a stronger pickaxe to deal with uranium. Now the hypothetical is The question that is truly on everyone's mind is, what may we use uranium for? And to be honest, I do not know. However, I do know that it will be large considering the reputation uranium has as a metal. Ooh, what a nice little enclave. Curious. Now I won't decline all this iron, for it will make our lives immensely easier. And I have traveled above. Ooh, this might have to be put on the map for later. This is quite peculiar, to say the least. Okay. Odd hole cave. There we go. We now have the odd hole cave to look at in a future time. What is this? A shiny stone. Well, I do like shiny stuff. Okay, we almost perished. This seems to be a part of the large hole cave. We will not deal with that for the moment. This is for a future time when we have more resources. Sounds like someone's angry. I do not imagine of what. Quite obvious that he requires food. Although we have none to spare, sadly. All of our resources belong to the Crusade and the Crusade alone. Now, the question is, do we return? We have officially reached 1,000 meters, blocks, whatever term should be used there. We have officially reached that milestone in our conquest. Very, very pleasant. That seems like a pleasant time to return. However, I do wish to invest in an aircraft of a form to make our journeying easier. I'm thinking maybe a plane. However, that would require a lot of resources and maybe a lot more questionable resources which we may not have. Before we leave, I would like to have a slight look at the ocean, ice cold area that we have found. Hello. You may stop attempting your attack. Come on, get greedy. I know you want to. the temptation to come over here. I know how much it is. Oh, stamina. Stamina. I have forgot about stamina. Oh no, this is bad. This is extremely bad for us. This may be where we perish. Ooh, no, no. The power race now, and we have company. Very unpleasant, although I should remember. It's so cold. It's so cold. We must be careful where we step, or else we will have a situation such as this. Oh no, my friend. This is indeed where our conquest ends. We will continue into this region another time when we have much more adequate resources. Although the curiosity of what is down here. Nope, not worth it. I do not see any resources around. The climbing. This is where we end our journey. Back home we go. Although the resources we have gained from this expedition are quite... Okay, let's check. Quite the haul. Now back home with us. We have a blast furnace now. A true blast furnace. No, a blast fan it was called. Now we could use the water to travel faster. Not worth the effort, although it would be extremely handy to say the least. It's even got a little dock area here where we could stay in case of resupply issues. The quarry and the odd hole cave. What two places we have found? Now, ooh, honey. Honey. There's an inside joke here. An inside joke about that substance. Honey. Ah, well, it does not matter. Okay, you know what? No point. We may not make it to the village in time. Best to just rest. Nope. Now, to continue with our journey. The squids. I have a temptation to kill the squids just for the sake of having ink. No point. I can do that later. Now, something that I should question to do is whether I should make... What is the resource called? It does not matter. It shan't matter. Now, our food supplies have been exhausted, which is quite sorrowful, which means our expedition can truly no longer last. What did I just see? Odd. I shall ignore it. Lilac. A lovely flower. Quite an abundance of monsters back there. They must be under the ground somewhere. I have found where under the ground. It must be there. No. Let's get a slight bit more expansion this way. For the more knowledge on our map, the more safe we shall be. We already have that type. I wish we could consume those berries. They would be really useful, considering how often we find wild ones. Ooh, a tree of green. Never mind, green is quite standard. Although it's nice to know that we have apricorns nearby if we never ever need it. My English is not Englishing well, which is quite sorrowful, but luckily, we have still benefited quite a bit. Ooh, quite dark here it seems. I see a piece of lead and that is all I need. Nothing over here, there was no point to go there. Red. Red is also a nice color for the Capricorns. It would give us the standard Pokeballs. Now that is enough conquesting, genuinely. We must return home before we starve. I must break into the... What food supplies have I left in here? Melon. The carrot. I do not wish to eat the carrot. May I eat a leek? Not that fulfilling, although the extra energy will help. If only I could eat roses. Although the thorns would probably cause an issue. Another form of sustenance. Raw melon. Please stay with me, dolphins. I need your grace, speed. What a journey. And now, time to reap the benefits of our journey. And also all these leeks are fully grown, so let's just and now we just already we are seeing signs of growth, which is very, very, very pleasant. You know, I'll just eat the last two. Now let us see how our farm has been while we were gone. I'm surprised those three have not vanished yet. It seems a slight earthquake has happened, caused a bit of a ravine to form. And in terms of sustenance, not that much progress was made. How sorrowful. The devil's dream has grown though. A lone caterpie sits and stares out. Now, the good news about our conquest. I hear someone. Ooh, how pleasant. The gravel we have obtained has done wonders. Now, that would be a nice place to put our backpack while we do organization. Now, the iron we have obtained for first is quite immense. I wish to automate it. The audio of zombies is now driving me slightly paranoid. This shall be where we store our lava. Quite useful. Now, to organize. No, that belongs in the backpack. This is good, just grab everything we have obtained and then just dump it. Now, this is important, and that is important. Now, and just like that we have, wait, we still require another replacement axe for our backpack. And just like that, our backpack is done. Perfection. Now, it's time to do some experimenting. Just like that, we have set up our blast furnace. Now, what here could we blast? I know lead is... That is why you don't stand close to the machine. Oh, it is quite late. Now, uranium. Uranium, if we do that, Now uranium dioxide, if we use the crusher, spare it. I should start working on the mythical. But first, how do I make a biplane? A large plane for 10 planks. And a propeller, which is 5 iron. And we also need a workbench, which is a lot of gold and obsidian. Imbuement chamber. Lava and magical essences in an imbuement chamber. The question is, now, to make some bread. How do I divide? Ah. I should probably stop this from burning anything. And just for the sake of it, we might as well start the cleaning process for those. Now it's control. There you go. There we go, there's our food source for quite a while. Now, these stones are intriguing. And so's the silver. You know what? It's time we do an experiment. Let's get the lava. Now. Please tell me my stuff is safe. It's the fumes. The fumes are what's dangerous. Now, there's a lesson. Don't stand close to the machine while it is producing. Luckily, it seems we didn't lose anything. Now, while we're not using these, we may as well put them away. Now, this is why I made this hole. You know what? Now, there's the furnace chamber. This should smelt it properly. Now, silver. Crushed raw silver. Block of silver. The ore now. Now. There is science to be doing. I can crush it, but the thing is, why? For what purpose? This random piece of stone can go here. No. The question is, I wish to get into... You know what? Yes. This is why I have this. Throwing, lifting, source, machines, automation, enchanting, magical equipment, rituals, familiars, perks, mod news, arcs, no call. Now. Now the question is, This is an awful lot to know. Okay, let's just go back to the beginning. The question is Arc Nucleus. Transmutation. The only thing I have learned is magic is just not for us. Okay, maybe it will be, just not for now. Right now it is quite clear that magic is quite above us. But for now, let us just is the raw zinc cooking correctly? It's smoking. There we go. 39 pieces of zinc. Now I should do the same with the rest of these ores, however I'm unsure whether that is smart. For example, raw iron. Like raw iron. What it's used for. Night, of course it is. Now, the question is, what can we do with all this? It's quite concerning, although I believe it isn't that bad. We must start finding gold. We need gold. Someday. Alright, I think I'll leave it there for now. We shall continue this another day.